Hi everybody, it's Colin Jacobs with Culver Connection. I'm here with very distinguished guests today. Brooke and Thomas are going to introduce themselves to you from SoulPlay Yoga, so please introduce yourselves.
Thank you. So I'm Brooke Campanelli, and I'm one of the co-owners of SoulPlay Yoga Studio along with Thomas. And SoulPlay has been here for the past, 20 years. First it was Goda, and now it's SoulPlay here in the heart of downtown Culver City. This is my business partner, Thomas.
Hi. My name is Thomas Taubman, and believe it or not, the first time I walked into the studio was when I was partnered with Brooke. My background is I was in New York for 27 years. I joined the Golden Gloves, so I was a boxer for a couple of years, and then I went into dancing at Broadway Dance Center for a couple of years, and then yoga took me out here. I did a training 20 years ago at YogaWorks with Mati and Lisa, and Brooke and I met in the park. And we started talking about, creating a space that she already had here at SoulPlay. We are an all-inclusive studio. You come in, you breathe, you hang out. Brooke has talked about, creating a nice environment in the lobby, a tea and whatever else we can do. We just want to be here for people in the community.
Yes, definitely. And I think what I'm gathering from you guys coming together the way you did, it's kind of like the kind of connection that happens more naturally, and it's not, and like you were saying about there's the business side and then there's the actual community side. I think that's what we're about, is really to tie in the community energy into the business idea. And you said it so eloquently. Both of you are here really to support that cause. So that's what we want to do. That's why we're here. And we just have a couple questions with regards to that. So just like conceptually, when it comes to making the community better, it's Culver City. What do you feel Culver City did for you and why you were attracted to it? For both of you.
Yeah, maybe I speak for both of us that, we are parents and we are already heavily invested in the community, right? We live here. This is our neighborhood, and, we already invest in the schools, we know our neighbors, so that's very important to us. Diversity and inclusiveness is very important to us. Having classes that appeal to those that are brand new and to those that are more advanced, so that everyone feels welcome here, is really important to us, right?
I agree, because we live here. So if you don't do a good job, guess what? You're in the neighborhood. You will hear about it. What brought me, so my wife and I lived in Hollywood, and we looked all over the place for a house where to live, and we looked at the school system, which is, by the way, amazing in Culver City. We have amazing public schools, and we found a neighborhood, a beautiful street. We know all the neighbors. We grew up together, and it's not New York, because the energy is a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
But the block and Culver City still, although we're getting populated, right? It's growing so fast. It's still, what I like about it is you have everything at your fingertips, but you still have that suburban feel to it. And I think it's one of the few cities that actually offers both of those.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for mentioning that, Thomas. That was a really good point. I mean, also looking from a real estate perspective, like you're kind of searching neighborhoods and kind of getting that vibe, and then tying in this downtown, right, which is walkable, which is approachable, where the other business owners and they can relate to you, and being here for 20 plus years and seeing that landscape, and then coming straight out of like a New York where you have all the conveniences. You're telling somebody on the other side of the pond, whether they're coming here from overseas or they're on the East Coast or Seattle, wherever else, because you have a lot of jobs, tech jobs here now. Like, how do you tell those guys, like, from your perspectives, like, hey, search this out, come to this resource so that you can learn more, and expand more?
I can guarantee here, I've been in the business for 20 years. I've been at some of the major studios around America. I've taught in Dubai, Los Angeles, down south, and got to see firsthand what works and what doesn't work. And anytime you get too much into the money, I think you start to lose that connection to the community. We want to create a space using all this experience that I've had at all these studios where you just feel comfortable. You don't have to perform. Our mission statement is to make everyone feel like they belong to the studio.
Yeah. I think what's always touched me about this studio, because it's been here for 20 years, is that it's so welcoming. I took actually my very first yoga class ever here at this studio when it was called Goda, and that was just over 10 years ago. I literally walked in the door. I walked from my house and I walked in the door and I said, I've never taken yoga before, what should I do? And they just welcomed me right in. And that's how I learned yoga. Then I became a teacher, then I became a manager, and now we own the studio. It's on our hearts, right? And we want all levels of students to be able to walk in the door and take a class, from beginning to advanced, someone who wants a little bit more fitness, someone who wants to lay down and take a sound bath or restorative and Reiki and some of these other practices, yin, or just someone who wants to pop in on their lunch break from work, right? Get in a nice all levels flow class and then feel energized to go back to work. So we just love this idea of being able to have a wide variety of classes, and that for the community to feel inclusive, and that this is a diverse community where everyone is welcome, no matter what level you're at.
The community is very diverse, right? We have young people now moving in with all the tech. We have an older population. And it's important as we make the schedule. I also trademarked a yoga boxing class. It's high cardio. We have yoga sculpt. So it's like a yoga buffet. We should call it yoga buffet. There's a class for everyone. A lot of studios, I'll tell you this, and I've been at some of the major ones, like I said, they don't have beginners or level 1. There's no class to go to where you can start your practice. It's all vinyasa flow, and while that does have validity, we have to start at the beginning as well. So Brooke and I, immediately when we met, agreed that we want to start with the foundation just as much as we start with advanced. Because really advanced is, can you sit down and breathe and relax? That's what the yoga practice is about. So if you are looking to start something new, we will be here August 1st. You want to move, you want to groove, you want to breathe. Now is the time. It'll be brand new. We're upgrading everything. We have new classes, new teachers. So we're here. We're even here before August 1st if you want to come and see us.
Yep, and check us out at soulplay.yoga.
Namaste.
Hi guys, this is Colin Jacobs in Culver City. If you want to know more about this town, click the link below.